back here after the intermission here at KCXW, folks. Sean Andrews here with Donnie Kong.
That's right. Your KCXW commentary team settling back in for this tag team match.
We are far from settling. We're getting ready to kick off even more action in the second half. This is a dangerous alliance right here. Richard Goldman.
Consultant, Richard Goldman.
That's right, the professional consultant.
From Detroit, Michigan,
Tobias Storm.
And his tag team
And the Marksman,
from Kansas City.
two of KCXW's finest competitors
He is the
on a
Marksman.
path of destruction as of late under the tutelage of Richard Goldman.
This is going to be a hell of a contest, Donnie Kong. An unbelievable contest. But they've got two opponents. No slouches in the ring. This is going to be an unbelievable match.
As Marksman stalks the ring now.
Tobias making friends everywhere he goes out there, as you can see.
He makes friends everywhere he goes.
The Marksman better not be ripping those sides again. We already had that happen once tonight. And I have it on good authority. That young lady might smack him back. I'm just saying.
Some very disappointed fans in the crowd tonight getting berated by Tobias Storm.
This is pretty normal, though, isn't it? I mean, what are we not
Storm really endearing himself to the crowd tonight. Marksman, however, getting a high five from a young KCXW fan. A little unusual for his demeanor as of late.
You respect talent. You may not like the attitude, but you have to respect that man's talent. The Marksman is one of the finest ring technicians that we have ever seen here at KCXW.
There's no disputing that.
And again, Tobias always making friends everywhere the man goes.
Getting in the face of our camera crew.
And Richard Goldman directing traffic here.
These two
Ladies and gentlemen,
intense,
the
if nothing
Marksman
else.
requests your silence as we now play the national anthem of Poland.
I don't know if you
That's what I
saw
was expecting.
Tobias's shirt, but he's taking shots at Shylynn, the shooter, calling her shy loser. I don't know about all that.
Silence, Donnie Kong. These disrespectful fans out here interrupting the national anthem.
I was observing the Polish national anthem in silence as asked, but this crowd can't say the same.
And their opponents. Introducing first, Shooter Shylynn.
Shylynn, representing the United States of America.
And her tag team partner from our nation's capital, weighing in at 13 bars and 50 stars, Glory.
As Shylynn waves the stars and bars to bring out Old Glory, this KCXW crowd is going crazy.
Old Glory also representing the United States of America. Obviously.
This patriotic duo set to take on the Marksman and Tobias Storm. They've got the crowds firmly behind them as this matchup gets ready to take place.
You know, unlike our street fight from earlier, this should be a technical contest. We're not going to be seeing weapons. We are going to be seeing technical wrestling out here for this one.
Tobias Storm with the collegiate wrestling pedigree and Shylynn with a wrestling pedigree of her own. Marksman, his body of work speaks for itself. Old Glory, one of our great new KCXW competitors that's been making a name for himself as of late.
You know, the strength advantage in this one, I'm going to give it to Old Glory. He's
Old
a
Glory
powerhouse, an absolute beast in that ring.
has really been physically imposing himself on all of the KCXW roster. Look for more of that tonight. And Shylynn ready to shoot as always.
So it looks like the Marksman is making some sort of pact before this. Are we trying to get a Poland chant going?
Marksman and Tobias really sucking the energy out of the crowd, but Shylynn and Old Glory bringing them back in.
Shot. Absolute cheap shot by Tobias.
That's the danger of playing to the crowd sometimes. You risk losing sight of your opponents.
And obviously you never want to turn your back on your opponent like that. That's just a rookie mistake out there from Old Glory.
Marksman more than happy to take advantage. They try to shoot each other in, but get it reversed. Now stereo arm drags.
What do we have going on here?
Now enziguri kicks to both Marksman and Tobias Storm, sends them flying out of the ring.
You could not have choreographed that any better.
Team of Marksman and Tobias probably resetting their jawbones after those vicious kicks.
I really hope Goldman's the one paying the medical bills for these two.
You've got to think that comes with his consultation package, the finest medical care in all the KC metro area, if not the world.
You're saying he has a good health care plan?
I'm saying that he's got a guy.
He seems like the guy that would know a guy, if you know what I mean.
I'd say Richard Goldman could have a guy for anything he sets his mind to with that pocketbook.
He and I have had that conversation multiple times where I need a guy. He always has a guy. So you're right. He does know a guy. Healthcare, he knows a guy.
Goldman operating under the guise of having some guys.
I mean, right now his guys, the Marksman and Tobias Storm.
And Marksman itching to get back in the ring. One thing about Marksman, he's always ready to go.
And I feel like tonight we've noticed Tobias and the Marksman don't quite seem to be on the same page.
I've noticed that, even their energy coming up to the ring. Like I said, Marksman high-fiving a young fan while Tobias leaving fans hanging left and right.
It kind of leads you to wonder, is there some dissension in there, Donnie? Nice takedown. Shylynn really showing off here tonight. But another nice takedown by Tobias.
After the single leg, working the ankle and the knee joint.
And that's exactly what I said about this match. Is said it was going to be a technical match. This is not a street fight again. This is a technical showcase.
Shylynn able to get up and out of that ankle lock, though.
Easily out of that ankle lock. Marksman trying to get a tag in.
Seeing a lot of counters in this early going. The technical prowess of both these competitors on full display.
It's like they have a counter for every counter. Every single move, well thought out, well planned. Every counter, well planned.
Now Shylynn pretzels the legs.
Marksman trying to sneak in without the ref seeing it.
Going for some kind of hybrid bow and arrow STF submission.
Inventive offense by Shylynn. She can hurt you in almost any way possible. I mean, she can find a way. She will hurt you.
And Tobias trying hard to avoid that predicament by grabbing the head now. But Shylynn able to take him over and put a headlock on of her own.
Referee making sure there's no handful of hair. You know, I almost noticed out of the corner of my eye, the Marksman was trying to grab a hold of Shylynn there as she went up against the ropes.
And Shylynn able to shrug it off and hit the sling blade on Tobias, taking control of this matchup.
Old Glory, the powerhouse, coming in.
Shylynn and Glory, back elbow.
We almost got a tag. I thought the Marksman got a tag, but I was wrong. He was just off. That would have changed the complexion of this match entirely if the Marksman had gotten in there.
Marksman really chomping at the bit now. Tobias taking control with the headlock. Tobias a powerhouse in his own right.
And yeah, absolutely, you're correct. If anybody's going to stand toe-to-toe with Old Glory, it's going to be Tobias. The man has power. Is he calling for a timeout?
Tobias trying to shrug off the effects of that shoulder block from Old Glory. Big drop kick from Old Glory.
Impressive drop kick from Old Glory.
It's not often you see a man that size leaving his feet and kicking someone in the chest like that.
You know, you really don't. That is impressive. Do we get a handful of eyes there? I want to say Tobias got a handful of eyeball with that one.
I think the referee agrees as he warns Tobias to stay out of there.
Now we're double teaming in the corner.
Marksman lines up a back elbow.
Assisted back elbow. Now, I take back what I was saying about the teamwork earlier. These two seem to be back on the same page again. A rough start together, but now they are back on. And when the marksman is on, you're in trouble.
Say what you will about their teamwork in the early going, but they were able to ride that out through their individual acumen.
Absolutely. Now Old Glory's feeling the wrath.
Marksman going for a shoulder block of his own.
And let's not sell out the power of the marksman either.
Marksman, very stout competitor, very well-conditioned athlete.
You know, we've been talking about his wrestling acumen, but his power game is on point as well. One of the more well-rounded athletes here in KCXW.
Able to absorb that shoulder block, but still getting knocked back. Marksman knocked down trying to run off the ropes for another shoulder block. This showdown of powers.
And that's rare you're seeing somebody take down the marksman like that.
Old Glory, the man for the job. Marksman is embracing the challenge, though.
See it.
Goes for a clothesline. Big shoulder block again.
Old Glory showing off that power we were talking about. Not a time to showboat, though.
Goldman consulting Marksman in the corner now.
And you can see that look on the marksman's face. He is not happy right now. And you don't want an angry marksman going up against you.
Certainly not a feeling the marksman's used to. Again, trying to assert himself physically against Old Glory. These two at a standstill now. Until Marksman takes back with a suplex.
I wonder how much he's feeling after that battle royale from earlier, if he's still feeling the effects.
After he was...
Now he's back in his power game.
After he was taken out by, I think, 8 different KCXW competitors.
With no help from Richard Goldman. Not trying to stir the pot here. Obviously not what I want to do.
But you've got to wonder what was going on in the mind of Goldman when he just stood by.
I think maybe he was just testing him. Like you were talking about the diamond situation, the pressure, building diamonds. Maybe he's just trying to build his own diamond.
What a cross body from Old Glory!
Only a 2 count.
Old Glory springing off the second rope for a cross body. I have not seen that move from Old Glory.
He surprises you. You see things out of him you don't expect to see a man of his size do. The man can fly.
Now Shylynn comes in. Double team from Old Glory and Shylynn. Double hip toss. Shylynn going for the pin.
This is an effective unit here. Old Glory and Shylynn, impressive. Impressive.
From the very beginning, these two have been on the same page.
I wasn't really sure how it was going to gel as a team. You know, when you get a new team out there, you don't always know if it's just going to click. But these two, from the get-go, it seems like it's clicking.
Shylynn got him in the fireman's carry now. Marksman trying to fight out, but she comes through with the Death Valley driver.
Marksman for a pinfall.
Nursing his leg after that slam. Sent shockwaves down his whole body.
Absolutely. A leg injury. If you can't walk, if you can't put any weight.
And Shylynn thrown off the top rope by Goldman.
Behind the referee's back. Marksman capitalizing on the distraction. Look at the power of that Irish whip into the corner.
A bit of a physical consultation with Shylynn there.
Absolutely. Old Glory can't do anything but watch as his partner.
Again, the tutelage of Richard Goldman paying dividends for the duo of Tobias Storm and the Marksman.
And that is fully legal. He is not. He absolutely legal. You may not like it.
Marksman brushing up against the bounds of what's allowed in our ring.
Referee fully in position could see that was a legal maneuver.
And another tag from the devastating duo of Marksman and Tobias Storm.
Absolutely.
The Marksman whipped in for the shoulder block into the midsection.
Devastating teamwork from these two. Marksman feeling it now. Tobias strongly in control.
Big right hand to the forehead of Shylynn.
And what they always say, he talks the talk, but this man can walk the walk too.
He is walking hard right now, I'll tell you that much. Tobias now.
Powerful slam. That's got to be it.
Big power slam.
He's not going for it.
Tobias.
Showing off to the crowd again. Now he's going for the pinfall.
Tobias, a man that loves to hear his own name, not willing to wait for the ring announcer to declare him the victor, has to scream it in the center of the ring.
Who doesn't like to hear the sound of their own name? It's been said I like to hear the sound of my own voice.
Well, that's
probably why I'm on
That's how we got the
commentary.
job.
That's part of it. I think Richard Goldman paying them off might be the other part of it.
Brutally stomping the back of Shylynn when the referee's back was turned.
Got another double team.
And Goldman
set up.
Jawing Shylynn before she goes in for a big backbreaker.
Big backbreaker. Oh, little miscommunication between Tobias and the Marksman. Setting up again. Tags in.
Now another devastating backbreaker, and Tobias looks to take advantage with the clothesline.
Unbelievable offense by these two.
Really picking apart Shylynn here, systematically destroying her piece by piece.
Not winning any fans in that crowd, though, that's for sure.
Not winning any fans, but might be winning on points if this were a traditional wrestling match.
If this were, they would absolutely be ahead on points, but it's not. It's professional wrestling. There are
They'd
no
also
point
be
systems.
absolutely disqualified. Shylynn now looking for the fisherman. Grabs the waist lock now.
We got a tag in from the Marksman, though.
Not sure if Shylynn knows about that.
But
she tags in Old Glory.
She made it over to Old Glory. This match
I don't
is
think
still
Tobias
alive.
knows. They go for the double team now. Throwing him down to the mat.
You know, Old Glory coming in hot. I thought that was going to change the complexion of this match, but obviously not.
Now Marksman is hacking the ribs.
What is the Marksman setting him up for now?
Jawbreaker. Another one.
That's got to be it. He's tagging Tobias
now he's
back
got
in.
A little help from his friend Tobias Storm. A third jawbreaker, and now Tobias with a German suplex.
That's got to be it, folks.
Or
2 count only.
For one match only, a Polish suplex, we'll say.
All right, we'll go ahead and dub that the Polish suplex.
I don't want to run into Marksman backstage.
I don't either. That interview I did with him before, terrifying, absolutely terrifying.
Oh, the look in his eyes?
And I'm a fan. Imagine if I wasn't a fan.
I think you might not have done the interview.
I could be dead right now.
Now Tobias looking to get the advantage on Old Glory again with another double team attack. Looks like they're going to make a wish on Old Glory now. Oh! Demobilizing the big man.
I think they're wishing for a bigger paycheck from Richard Goldman, maybe. Just arrogant kick to the back of the head. Marksman has him right where he wants him.
Now Marksman taking the front face lock. Has control of Old Glory in the center of the ring. Shylynn rallying our KCXW crowd. And Tobias sneaks in from behind and pulls Shylynn off the apron.
I didn't see it. The ref
Thwarting
didn't
the
see
tag.
it. We know what happened. Absolutely know what happened, but I didn't see it.
Goldman embraces his protege.
Tags into Tobias.
Taking advantage after the missed tag opportunity by Old Glory. The Marksman takes him up, down with a body slam. How's Tobias going to take advantage? Off the back and
Big splash.
down on Old Glory. Only the 2 count.
Old Glory still has enough power to kick out of something like that.
A look of consternation on the face of Tobias Storm.
Jaw jacking with Shylynn is not going to get you anywhere in this match. You got to worry about Old Glory. Now Tobias yelling at the fans. Got a powerful stomp going through there.
And here he goes, going in for the splash, but gets caught by Old Glory and put in the spine buster.
Absolute shades of Arn Anderson there with that spine buster.
That was an all-American spine buster if I ever saw one, a true double-A spine buster.
That's what it stands for. Double A, All-American, right? Nice, good work.
And
Good
now
work.
the crowd rallying behind shooter Shylynn. Is she going to get the tag this time? I think so.
Hot tag into Shylynn.
Taking down the Marksman. A back elbow to Tobias Storm. Now a shot to the knee. Marksman's down. Ooh, kick
has just
right to the jaw.
Annihilated the entire team single-handedly.
Shylynn, a house on fire right now, up to the middle rope. Here she goes. Blockbuster. Hooks the leg, and Tobias.
breaks up the pinfall.
And can't help but see Goldman looming in the back. You know he was there directing his troops. Tobias over the top rope. Rough landing there.
Setting the Marksman up.
Grabs the leg, setting him up for the fisherman. This has been a big move in her arsenal lately. Marksman
Reversal.
knows that.
Is he going for the pile driver?
Spikes her down on her head.
That's got to be it. Marksman says so. He says this one's over.
He calls his shot and pulls her to the middle for the pin. But Old Glory comes in with a save.
got another
this
save.
match is not over.
What did I say about this being a technical showcase, Donnie?
These 4 athletes are really showcasing all of their abilities in this match.
Absolutely.
Old Glory sent into the turnbuckle head first, and he's out of the ring, out of the picture.
Shylynn all alone in this one, and that is not where you want to be against these
Referee
two.
needs to get control of this matchup.
That's gotta
Oh
be
my
it.
God, knee to the head.
Absolutely has to be it.
And their teamwork on full display with that maneuver there.
Yeah, what did I say? These two, if they are on the same page, they are dangerous. Dangerous.
And this crowd is very concerned for Shylynn after that last move. But
Shylynn rolls him up.
Shylynn comes back with a roll up. Now the Marksman coming back. Oh my God. Marksman with the roll up, and that's it.
The action was so fast and furious, I couldn't even see what was happening.
I could not believe Shylynn was able to come back from that move, but she didn't have it in her to keep him down.
The Marksman and
Your
Tobias
winner, the team of Tobias Storm
coming back together
and the Marksman.
on the same page. What did I say? Unstoppable.
Goldman in the ring, all smiles and hugs from Richard Goldman. I think in this case, the 1%er means he's the 1% of people that's happy with the outcome of this match.
You can't deny that was a hell of a contest.
Now, Marksman outside of the ring, not celebrating with Tobias Storm and Richard Goldman. And Tobias now looks like he's about to defile the American flag, but
Marksman is stopping him.
If we know one thing about the Marksman, he has a soft spot for flags, and I think surprisingly he's picking the American flag over his tag team partner.
I think he takes offense to that.
I guess loving Poland doesn't necessarily mean you don't love America too.
What is this?
And Richard Goldman and Tobias Storm turn their backs on the Marksman.
Forget everything I said about being on the same page. They are very obviously not on the same page anymore.
Goldman putting those gold boots to Marksman. And now Tobias taking shots to the ribs.
This I didn't expect. I did not see this.
Now Shylynn and Old Glory coming to the aid of the Marksman. What an unusual turn of events here in KCXW Unleashed.
But, you know, it's their hats off to their competitor. He may have won the match, but they're still coming to his aid. They're helping him out.
And now Marksman looking confused, doesn't know who to trust. All he knows is he got attacked. It'll be interesting to see the trajectory of the Marksman here in the coming months as his duo with Tobias Storm seemingly dissolved right before our eyes.
I did not see that happening. I thought this team was going to go all the way. Show of respect from the Marksman led to this all happening.
Old Glory and Shylynn the flag.
You'd have to say this is the end of that partnership.
Marksman finding some modicum of respect for his opponents at the last minute. A man as devastatingly focused as the Marksman even has his limits. And now Old Glory.
That is a show of sportsmanship, folks.
Signifying some kind of relationship between Poland and America.
Almost like a United Nations of wrestling, if you will.
That's right.
Absolutely.
It'll be interesting to see where this goes. Shylynn and Old Glory performing incredibly tonight. There were a few times I thought they had this match in the bag.
I did too. I honestly thought they were going to win this match, but just that fair turn of events at the end, the Marksman rolling that pin over.
Excellent display of teamwork from these two. Looking forward to seeing them pair again possibly.
And like I said, absolute technical showdown between these two teams.